they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Watson off play action. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 37 yards. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Hall again on 2nd down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hall again on 2nd down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Give to Hall running right. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. Oh, he shifts past him, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd down and goal. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. It's Wilson on the option.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Zach Wilson
scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Hall.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's the option. Running right. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Zach Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing again is Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, it's Watson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs.
And now Watson throws another interception. Room here to run. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Hall ought to give up the middle. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's complete to Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton from 17 yards out.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the 50, it's Watson. This one caught left side by Cooper.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
We certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
A handoff for Hall.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They're picking a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall.
It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Here's a give to Hall. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Hall again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. To throw is Watson. he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run with Carter, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On first down, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.